You might be asking yourself, what's the difference between Metafields and MetaObjects in Shopify? Metafields have been around for a long time, but recently they've been upgraded to be more user-friendly. You now add them directly in the admin to the Shopify element and create different types of metafields. For example, right here, you can click on product and then it'll show you all the definitions of the metafields you have, but then also you can add a new definition that's specifically going to be for the product right here. And now you have multiple different types of metafields that you can add. So you can have text or number metafields, you can have a product reference, you can have a file, which is usually a video or an image. Also, you can have references to MetaObjects themselves. So we'll get into that a bit later. But metafields are always linked to a specific Shopify element. Even more recently, MetaObjects have rolled out. MetaObjects are a collection of basically metafields that can be reused anywhere in the site. And each of those fields can be something similar to a metafield. So it could be a product or text or number. And the MetaObject definition encompasses all of them. And then you can look at the entries. So there can be multiple entries for each MetaObject definition. And these are their own thing. They're not still attached to a product or a collection or anything. They're just their own elements. And so you can see that all of this information is added into one meta object. And actually, you use Metafields to connect meta objects to the definition. So if we go back to manage definitions and we go to a product, you can see that the recipe article is actually the content type is MetaObject, so it's a metafield on the product that connects to a MetaObject. But those MetaObjects can be used on multiple things. Like it could be used on a product metafield, but then it can also, the same entry can be used maybe in a blog post. And so they're a lot more encompassing. I think they're probably a lot easier to edit than having just random metafields floating around on everything. I'm very excited about these meta objects.